Okay, hello go-getters. I just hope you are doing good. So in this video, I just want to show you how to simplify this kind of equation. So to simplify, guys, this kind of equation, you must be able to factorize a difference of sum of cubes. You must be able to factorize trinomials. Do you see? You must be able to factorize trinomials. So in order for you to solve this kind of equation, to simplify this thing, we must factorize these things. Do you understand? So let me remind you guys how to factorize these kind of equations. So let me just divide this thing like this and like that. Yeah. So guys, if you got two terms, you are aware that you are applying difference of two squares or you are applying difference of sum of cubes. So you should be able, guys, to know when do we apply this one and when do we apply those one. Do you understand? These are the difference of two squares and these one are the difference of sum of cubes. So this one, guys, we apply it if we are able to take the square root of this number, 27. If we are able to take the square root of this number, we can apply difference of two squares. But here, guys, because we cannot take the square root of 27, we'll get a decimal. Do you understand? So since we cannot take the square root of 27, it means here we cannot apply difference of two squares. Even though this thing, it is in this format. Do you see? There is minus there. It is in this format, but you cannot take the square root of this number. It means you cannot apply difference of two squares. So this one, apply them if you are able to take the cube root of 27. So the cube root, guys, of 27, it's 3 there. It's 3. Do you see? Here, I don't get a decimal. I just got like a whole number, meaning that a cube root of 27, it's 3. In other words, it means that this thing, I can apply what difference of sum of cubes. So let's apply difference of sum of cubes. So to apply difference of sum of cubes, you only take the cube root there. This thing, it is the cube root. It is the cube root, this one. So cube root of 27 and the cube root of x3. Do you see, guys, this thing? So once you take the cube root of these two terms, you just say open bracket and close. Open and close there. Do you see, guys? What I did here, I just do like a small bracket and a big bracket. Do you understand? Yeah. So now the cube root of this thing, I'll say inside divided by outside. It means that 3 divided by 3, it will give me x invisible 1 there. And it's unnecessary for you to put that one. Yeah, it's no need to put it actually. Yeah, it's unnecessary. But I just show you that if I divide 3 and 3, I'll get 1 there. Then the cube root of 27 there, it will be 3 there. Do you see? And now we got minus there, meaning here it's minus. Do you see this thing? So what I will do now, I will take this thing here in exponential format. It will be x2. Do you see? And now I'll take this one in its exponential format. It will be 3 to the exponent 2. And here it always positive, guys. Here it always positive. And now the sign that I will put there is the opposite of that sign. Meaning here it will be also positive. So what I will put here, I will multiply both of these two terms. Like x multiplied by 3. In its symbol says again now, because the final answer of this thing will be. So this thing I'll write the way it is. No need for you to put invisible 1. Just leave it like that. So this thing, it will be just x2, and this one will just 3x, and this one will be plus 9 there. Do you see, guys, this thing? Yeah, this one, it's 9. And guys, if you can recognize something, guys, here we got 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. So these 3 terms, let's try to factorize them. Which is this thing. Do you notice that this thing is the same as that one? Let me just factorize once this one. So let's try to factorize this thing, guys. So to factorize 3 terms, we apply trinomials. Do you understand? Yeah. These are the 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. And this thing, it is in this format actually. Yeah. We apply trinomials. So how to apply trinomials? So to apply trinomials, guys, here we got invisible one. We just take that number and multiply that one. Like say 1 multiplied by, here you'll get 9. Do you see? So this is the answer that you got there, which is 9. Let's get the factors of 9. Do you understand? When we add or subtract, they should give us a middle term there. Let's just get the factors of 9. When we add or subtract, they give us a middle term. So to get the factors, guys, we do this thing there. We just say 1 divided by 9, we get 9. We say 2 divided by 9, we will get, I think it will be 9 over 2. Then if you say 3 divided by 9, you will get what? You will get 3 there. So this thing, it tells you that if I multiply this and that, I will get 9. As well as this one, get 9. As well as this one. But if you see a fraction like these factors, these are not the factors actually, because they got a fraction there. These are not the factors of 9. It means that 2, it's not the factor of 9. But 1, it is the factor of 9, as well as 3, it is the factor of 9. Because when you multiply them, they give you 9. When you multiply, they give you 9. So as I said, guys, we should get the factors of 9. When we add or subtract, they should give us a middle term. So if you can recognize here, there is no factors that when you add or subtract, they will give you this thing here. Like if you can take this one, if you add this factor like 3 plus, you'll get 6. Then if you subtract them, you'll get 0. This one, if you add them, you'll get 10. Then if you subtract them, you'll get 8. You see, it simply say this thing, it got no factors. Factors. Guys, I'm not sure about the spelling. Yeah. So here it got no factors, this thing. In other words, this thing, this one, the difference of sum of cubes in it, here, you can tell that this one, it is the final answer there. Because this thing, you cannot factorize it there. Do you understand? So what I just did, guys, I factorized for you difference of sum of cubes by taking a cube root. I say open bracket and I say like this. Do you see my study? Then I try to factorize this thing, which is this thing. It was still the same as that one. I try to factorize it. I find out that it can no factors. Do you understand? And if it got no factors, we'll leave it the way it is, because there is nothing to do. Do you understand? Yeah. So let's try to factorize this one, guys. The other one, this. So if you can notice, this thing, it got some 3 terms there, which is in this format, plus or minus c. So to factorize this thing, we just multiply this and that, like 2 multiplied by what? By 15, they would get 30. Do you see? So now let's get the factors of 30 there. So say 1 divided by 30, it's 30. Say 2 divided by 30, it's 15. Do you see this thing? It's 15 then. And so we say 3 divided by 30, it's 10. We say 4 divided by 30. I'm sure that you'll get a fraction. You'll get a fraction. I don't know the answer. It will be like how, because I don't have a calculator. But I think it will be 15 over 2 there. Yeah, you'll get a fraction if you say this divided by that one. So if you say 5 divided by this thing, I'm sure you'll get 6 there. then even 7 there, you'll just get like a fraction actually. This divided by that one, it will be 30 over 7. It simply says that these are not the factors actually. These are not the factors. So the factors are these one. When you multiply them, they give you 30 there. Do you understand? So once you get the factors of this thing, you have to choose between these factors. Between these factors, you see this thing? Yeah. Which factors, when you add or subtract, they should give you a middle term. Our middle term now, it's what? It's minus 11. So which factors, when you add or subtract, they should give us middle term. So if you can notice this one, they can be close there. They are not even close to 11. Even this one are kind of close now, but they can't give us 11. Even if you say 15 minus 2, you'll just get 13 there, which is, it's not 11. So if you say this one minus that one, you'll get 7. Even if you add them, you'll get 13. Do you understand? But if you try this one now, if you minus these factors, you'll get 1. But if you add them, you'll get 13. You'll get 11. Yeah. So these one are the factors. When you add or subtract, they will give you a middle term. Do you understand? So now what you can do, you have to identify the sign. Since you know these are the factors, when you add or subtract, they will give you a middle term. Do you understand? So to get the sign, now we say a bigger factor, take the sign of a middle term, which is there will be minus there. And if you see plus, it simply says that they will have the same sign there. They will have the same sign. Because I know that when I multiply same sign, I got positive there. Do you understand? Yeah. So once you identify your sign now, you can form an expression using these factors. So to form the expression using the factors, it will be x2 and say minus 5x and say minus by 6x. 50. Yeah. So you only take that x here. You see, guys? So now you got 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. If now you got 4 terms, you will group them. You will group this and you will group that. So now to group this thing, here our common factor that it's x. This thing divided it's x. This thing divided it's 5x. Do you see, guys? Yeah. So you take this sign, put it down there. You look a bigger number that you can divide it on 6 and 15. A bigger number that it's 3. So if you take this thing divided, you'll get what? 2x. This thing divided, you'll get what? 5. Remember, guys, the bracket, they should be the same there. And now you can also take another common factor. This divide that one, this divide that one. This is the final answer of factorizing this thing. So this is how, guys, we factorize this thing. But this video, guys, it was not based on factorizing. It was based on what? On simplifying. Do you understand? So in order for you to simplify this thing, you must be able to factorize actually. So now you know, guys, how to factorize this thing because I have explained it. So now we can just do it here and say divide them. So this one you cannot factorize it. Even that one, guys, this we notice that this one we cannot factorize it. It will be x2 plus 9. Oh, sorry, it's 3 there. X plus 9. Do you see, guys? And now this one, when you factorize it, we saw that it will be just be here. It will be x3. It's minus. This thing will be x2, and that one there will be 9. Upper always positive, and here it's what? It's positive, the different sign of that one. Then you multiply both of them, it's 3x. Do you see, guys? Yeah. And now this one, guys, when you factorize it there, we saw that this thing will factorize it to be 2x and x. Then we get the factors. Bigger factor, take the sign of a middle term. Then if you see positive, they will have the same sign. You see, guys? Yeah. So this is how, guys, you factorize those things. So once you know, guys, how to factorize, you will be able to simplify actually. Do you understand? So then now let's simplify this thing. To simplify this thing, yeah, guys, we have to change this thing, this division sign, into multiplication. So if we change this thing into multiplication, this one will reciprocate. It simply says that it will twist, it will flip, become like that. Here it become like 2 plus 3x plus 9. And here we've got 2 plus 3x plus 9. It's 3x. Here it's 2x, 5x plus 3. Do you see this thing? Yeah. So then now you have changed the division into multiply, and this thing is just reciprocate. So then now what you will do, you are aware that when you multiply two fractions, a numerator to a numerator, denominator to a denominator, this thing, it will just give you what? It will give you x minus 3 and x2 plus 3x minus 9. Upper it's 5, 2x. And here it will be x2 plus 3x plus 9. So upper it's x3, and here it's 2x, 5. So guys, you have combined this fraction into a one fraction. So what you can notice now, these two things are the same, this and that one. And when you divide the same thing, you cancel them. If we divide the same thing, you cancel them. Do you see, guys, this thing? Yeah. If you divide the same thing, you cancel them. Do you see? Yeah. Same thing, they cancel. What will be left now is this thing. Is this one. It will be 5, 2x divided by what? By 2x. These two things, guys, they are the same, but they got what? Different sign. Because 5 here it's positive and 5 there it's negative. 2x here it's negative, 2x here it's positive. These two things, guys, they are the same, but they got different sign. Do you understand? To make them to have the same sign, you have to take negative 1 as a common factor. This thing divided, it will give you minus 5. This divided 1 will give you plus 2x. Divided by what? By 2x, 5. Do you notice now these two things, they are the same sign and same everything. You can cancel them. It means now your final answer here will be just minus 1. Do you see, guys, this thing? So what I can tell you, a good advice about this question, guys, in order for you guys to understand everything that I was doing here, try to revise your factorizing process. Do you understand? Because here you cannot simplify without knowing how to factorize. Do you understand? Yeah. So a good advice that I will advise you, you can check my videos, how to factorize different of two squares, trinomials, and common factor. Do you understand? Yeah. So this is the end of the video, guys. And remember, guys, when you simplify, you change a bigger thing to a what? To a small thing. Then to a small thing. Do you see? You change a bigger thing to a what? To a small thing. That's how we factorize. We have converted this thing to be what? To be small there. So all the best, guys. I just hope you did understand this video. What I will advise you, you can even take a screenshot of this thing. Do a screenshot as well of this one. You can even do a screenshot there. So I just hope guys you did understand this video. All the best.